Hi everyone. So today I'm just doing this last update to especially speak to women who are coming here from other cultures, the African culture, especially Zimbabweans. If you're coming here in Zimbabwe, our relationships are monogamous. So we don't have like two or three husbands and wives, and we don't agree with polygamous relationships. And when I was working in the call center, it's mainly visible minorities. There's not a lot of whites in the call center. So some of the guys from Africa were telling me that our culture is like the Indian culture. We accept multiple relationships. So I said to him, which culture are you talking about? Because that's not how we are. He's like, oh, in Zimbabwe, you guys only have one partner. I said, yeah, we only have one, and you stick with that partner. He's like, oh, okay. He was quite surprised. So there's a lot of cultural adjustments that you have to deal with when you come here. And also the the memories of working on the call center, they just upset me. They sexualize you, like they're talking to you like they're talking to somebody in a sex chat line. They do all kinds of things when they're calling in. It's supposed to be a professional environment, but when we started, we couldn't answer back, we couldn't say anything, we couldn't tell them that's inappropriate, we want you to stop, because the company used to tell us, no, try to empathize. I'm like, try to empathize? They're treating me like a sex worker. They're talking to me in a tone that's very sexualized. It still makes me angry. And then eventually they're like, okay, you can tell them to stop. I'm like, you know what? Your guys' standards are so low, it's actually disgusting. It was an awful, awful experience. That's all I can tell you. By the time now, after 5 years, then we got it to a professional level. But it was awful. It was really disgusting. And then you also have to deal with people who come from different backgrounds. So in Zimbabwe, they don't accept the gay culture. Here, they accept the gay culture. So you can be talking to a woman, and the woman will say, oh, I have to tell my husband. Don't say, oh, what does he want? They'll bite your head off. They'll say, you have to say, oh, your husband, okay. You have to make it not gender specific because they get offended. So there's a lot to adjust to. I used to get offended because they used to tell me, oh, that's not how it is in Canada. I said, well, you know what? You people have this whole stupid thing about human rights. Well, that's not how it is in Zimbabwe. And they're like, oh, you have to adjust. You came to Canada. I said, oh, how about you adjust? Because you told me to come here and my human rights would be accepted. So it's an awful experience. It's awful. They masturbate on the calls. They even they turn you on sexually. They treat you like you're a prostitute. It's really awful. And even when you're going out to work at night, sometimes there's drunks on the trains, there's drug addicts. It's not I didn't find it a good experience. So because we grew up in civilized cultures, we grew up with people who had decent homes, decent language. We grew up knowing how to dress, how to talk, how to interact in a business relationship. Yeah, they don't care. And then if you say anything, they'll say, oh, well, that's a violation of our human rights. And then they let you go. So it's really a culture shock, I can tell you that. And if you want to come here, if you want to come and live in Canada, don't think that you're coming to a bed of roses. It's awful. The more they can get free from you, the more they will take. And sometimes you don't have a choice. Like when I got let go from TD in 2007, everybody expected that it would be easy for me to find something else. I never got anything. And I went from one contract to the next contract, 3 months here, 6 months there, long periods of unemployment, sitting at home, walking the streets every day, handing out resumes, going to talk to people, going to network, and then also going to the job fairs. So you have to be prepared, you have to know what to accept. Sometimes I wake up with nightmares from the memories of those calls in the call center. I do, I wake up with nightmares, especially like when you're dealing with the gay community, you're dealing with people who are from different backgrounds from you. It's an awful experience. I didn't think it would be like that. Like when I got my job, I was happy because I thought, oh yeah, it will be good. It's a call center environment and it's professional. It's nice because you'll be able to go into work, and once you're done, you're done. You don't have to bring work home with you. It turned out to be the exact opposite of what I expected. So, and sometimes we do have to take whatever work is available, whether it's in a call center or cleaning or whatever it is. I took whatever I had to take to put food on the table. But when I graduated as a spiritual director and I graduated with my BCom and my honors, I didn't think that I would have to go into this kind of a work where you're dealing with filthy attitudes, you're dealing with people who have no respect for the human mind, body, and spirit. You're dealing with companies where they're not willing to accommodate you. I didn't expect it to be like that when I came to Canada. Because in England, yes, I had it hard and it was difficult. But in England, I never had to work overnight. I never had to take the tube and the TTC on my own as a woman. There was always that acknowledgement that you're a woman on your own and we're not going to make you travel late at night. Here, they don't care. It's all about the business and making money. And if you try to talk to them, they don't want to listen. So for me, it's changed me, especially the call center work, because it's been such a hard and awful experience. And I don't deserve it. If I had come into this country looking to steal, to kill, to destroy, if I had done what other people are doing, like they are arsonists, they go around shooting people. Today there was even a thing on the news that one of the Conservative MPs has been arrested. I mean, when you get to certain levels in society, you expect people to behave with some decorum and some decency, and they don't. So, I don't know. That's all I can tell you is that it's awful. You don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night turned on because you're having a dream about some stupid conversation that they had with you in the call center. And that's what they do, and they do it on purpose. It's really sick. That's what I can tell you. It's really sick. And even when they say human rights, like when I left TD, they let me go. I didn't expect TD to start promoting the gay culture, having big billboards all over the city. I mean, what about us? What about the heterosexuals? Do you promote them? Do you promote family values? It came to a point where I used to tell them, you know what, I'm from Zimbabwe, we don't promote this in Zimbabwe. And they say, oh no, well, this is Ed Clark's initiative. I told them I want to talk to Ed Clark about his initiative. They're like, no, you can't talk to him. I said, why not? I don't think that what you're doing is fair to me. So it was an awful experience. That's all I can tell you. Because it's not like I didn't grow up with gay people. It's not like Wits University didn't have a gay culture. It was the way they pushed it. And even then when I went, I worked in the banks, I worked in hospitals, I worked in different places. And it's very different. Everywhere you go, you have to adjust. If you're working in the hospital, you have to learn the terminology in the hospital. You have to learn what is a code red, what is a code black, what is a code white. That is very different to working in the university environment. And it's very different to working in the banking culture. So I had a lot to adjust to. But I can tell you now, the worst experience out of all of them was the call center. It was the very worst because you're treated like you're just like cattle. Like this is the job, and if you don't want it, go. If someone's shouting at you, you must pacify them. You must try to calm them down. No, I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to calm them down and show empathy and put myself in their shoes because they're screaming at me and yelling at me. I shouldn't have to lose my health, lose my ears, lose my hearing because somebody doesn't have safe working environment conditions. I shouldn't have to get high blood pressure because of a daily job that I have to do and end up getting sores in my mouth and catching infections easily. I shouldn't have to have all that. For all the problems we had in Zimbabwe, we were decent people. And you can ask anyone from the African continent, we were decent people. Not like how the people treat us here. It's disgusting. That's what I can tell you, it's disgusting. You think you're living there and you're coming here to a better culture. Our culture there is more sophisticated than here. It's more sophisticated. Here the people want to buy takeout foods every day, stop at Tim Hortons every day. Those places are filthy. You're going in there and you're buying your coffee and teas every day. You're buying frozen foods. Those things have been sitting for months. They have lots of preservatives in them. But you think that, oh, this is the sophisticated way. So you go and do it. It's a filthy way. I rather cook. I try to cook every day. I look for new recipes. I try different things. Because they work you like a dog. So that's why people go and they buy all that. Those things are full of sugar. They're full of preservatives. They're unhealthy. They're quick to push drugs here. If I had to live it over, I would tell my mom, you know what, I'm not going. If you don't want me in your house, that's fine. I'll go and live with Mrs. Harry. I'm not going to Canada. Because there's not one day I wake up and think, why did I come to this country? Because I have no money, I have no work. When I do get work, I'm treated badly. They can't even set up my ID to do the work. It's awful. And the Americans, they're awful. The way they treat you, some of them. But the headquarters were here. Just like with what happened at TD, the headquarters were here. So it's here that they should have stopped it. I shouldn't have had to have taken my case to the Human Rights Commission for Credit Suisse. I shouldn't have had to have gone to the police. I did what I was ordered to do by the airports, by the companies, by everybody, and then they turn around and stab me in the back. For what? If you can't treat people with decency, why do you even bring us here? Why do you bring us? You want to bring us in and then have us pay exorbitant fees to get an education and then turn us into your cleaners and your sex workers and tell us that, oh no, it's okay to do it. No, it's not. I want a decent job. I want to be treated with decency, treated with respect, how I treat others. It's an awful way to live. And then you won't even give me the loan so that I can start up my business to go and help with education in Zimbabwe, to get an income of my own coming in. It's disgusting. I want to know what that MP did. If that's how the Conservative Party is, I'll leave them. I don't have to stay with them. I'm getting sick and tired of how things go in this place. It's sickening. It makes you sick. There's no standards. And then when you have standards, they say, oh, you think you're better than others. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I do. It's time that they frickin' woke up.